Is Donald Trump the DJ Khaled of lies? Here comes another one. Check it out. Be sure to like the video and subscribe or follow for more. And share with your friends and family.
Trump's lies are getting sillier, stupider, and staler. And this, going back to when he was in Pennsylvania a couple days ago, Donald Trump came out and said this. He says, Biden was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania. They say he was born in Scranton, but he left. He left. He abandoned you. Right. He left when he was 10 years old. He abandoned Scranton, right? And then Trump says, we are rounding the turn on the pandemic. We're going to crash the virus very quickly. It's already happening. It's happening. Right. As Chris Christie is getting out of the hospital, as Herman Cain is still dead, as 220,000 Americans are dead. By the way, the CDC this morning released a report indicating that 285,000 Americans have died beyond the norm for this time of year. The third leading cause of death in America right now is COVID-19. The third leading cause of death. The infections are exploding. Hospitalizations are exploding. Donald Trump is doing his super spreader events, and the consequence of that is going to be that in these towns, in these communities where he's doing these super spreader events, we are soon going to see a lot of people getting very sick and a lot of people dying. I mean, this is just not a good thing. And Trump is saying we're turning the corner. I mean, it's like being president of the United States is not the same thing as selling condos. But Trump is treating it like it is. Trump built Trump Tower, and he didn't want to pay to put in a sprinkler system. An automatic put the fire out sprinkler system in his building. And so he got some sort of a variance or some sort of an exception or something like that was supposed to give him a short period of time to get it done. Never did it. There was a fire in one of the Trump apartments. A guy died there. This was maybe 7, 8 years ago, something like that. And, because Trump had not put in the sprinklers. I mean, and so, he's selling them. When he's selling them, I'm sure he's saying, oh, it's all safe and everything's wonderful. It's concrete. Concrete buildings don't catch on fire. Why the concrete building? Well, his friends in the mob were in the concrete business. That's a whole nother story. But, David K. Johnston tells that story very well. But when you're lying to sell a condo, or when you're lying to sell commercial real estate, or when you're lying to, or Donald Trump calls it, creative exaggeration. When you're lying to sell those things, one guy might die in one of the condos, or maybe even the entire building could go down, eventually. But it doesn't mean that hundreds of thousands of people are going to die. The stuff that Donald Trump has done his whole life, ripping off his contractors, refusing to rent people of color, et cetera, et cetera. The stuff that Donald Trump has done his whole entire life has not had huge consequences outside of his world. But now here we are in this situation where the stuff he's done his whole entire life is now amplified 100 million times, 340 million times, the number of citizens in the United States, by the fact that he's president of the United States. And so when he lies about CNN turning off their cameras, or when he talks about saying, we passed VA choice, which Obama passed, or when he says, and Mexico is paying for the wall, by the way, these lies actually have a real capacity for harm.